The Galactic Council chamber fell silent when Ambassador Jessica Morrison entered. The assembled aliens, towering Krothix warriors with their crystalline exoskeletons, the serpentine Velthan diplomats, and the hive-minded ZYX collective, all turned their various sensory organs toward the lone human. Ambassador Morrison, the Krothix High Commander rumbled, his voice like grinding stones. We have reviewed Earth's application to join the Galactic Defense Initiative. However, we have concerns. Jessica stood at the center of the circular chamber, her posture relaxed but alert. At 5'6", she was dwarfed by nearly every species present. Her simple gray suit seemed almost comically mundane compared to the elaborate armor and bioluminescent displays surrounding her. What concerns? She asked evenly. The Velthan representative slithered forward, scales shifting through colors that indicated diplomatic condescension. Your species lacks natural weapons. No claws, no venom, no armored hide. Your homeworld's gravity is moderate, your atmospheric pressure unremarkable. You are, by all measurements, physically inferior. A murmur of agreement rippled through the chamber. We've studied your planet's taxonomy, continued the Krothix commander. Your oceans contain creatures you call great white sharks. Your lands host animals you name lions, bears, crocodiles. These are your apex predators, yes. Impressive specimens. Perhaps we should recruit them instead. The chamber erupted in clicking laughter from the insectoid ZYX. Even the usually stoic Velthan seemed amused. Jessica smiled, a small, knowing expression that didn't reach her eyes. She tapped her wrist communicator. Computer, display human evolutionary timeline. Holographic images materialized above the chamber floor. Ancient hominids appeared, walking across African savannas. 2 million years ago, Jessica began, her voice cutting through the laughter, my ancestors were weak. Slow. No fangs, no claws. Easy prey. She paused. So we picked up rocks. The hologram shifted, showing early humans crafting stone tools. We weren't the strongest, so we learned to think. We studied our prey. Learned their patterns. Tracked them for days across impossible distances. You see, we evolved something you might consider a weakness, we sweat. But that weakness meant we could run longer than anything else on our planet. We would chase prey until they collapsed from exhaustion. We called it persistence hunting. The Krothix commander shifted uncomfortably. The lions you mentioned? Magnificent hunters. But they sprint for mere minutes before exhausting themselves. We ran for hours. Days if necessary. Jessica's smile widened. We didn't need to be fast. We just needed to be inevitable. She gestured, and the hologram changed to show early human settlements. Every apex predator on Earth evolved to kill. We evolved to outthink. When cave bears threatened us, we didn't develop thicker hides, we invented spears. When prey became scarce, we didn't just adapt to new food sources, we invented agriculture and domesticated our competitors. The Velthan diplomat's scales flickered with uncertainty. Those great white sharks you admired? Unchanged for millions of years. Perfect killing machines. But do you know what humans did? Jessica's eyes glinted. We developed boats. We created weapons that could kill them from a distance. We studied their biology until we understood them better than they understood themselves. Then we decided which ones lived and which ones died. She walked slowly around the chamber's perimeter, and despite being the smallest being present, every eye tracked her movement. You want to know what Earth's apex predator is? Jessica stopped walking. It's not the shark. It's not the bear or the lion. Those animals kill to eat, to defend territory. They kill by instinct. She tapped her temple. Humans kill by choice. We are the only species on our planet that hunts for sport. For science. For revenge. For ideology. The chamber had grown deathly quiet. We took wolves, apex predators themselves, and turned them into dogs. We bent their evolution to our will over thousands of years. We eliminated the megafauna of entire continents. We've driven hundreds of species to extinction, and preserved hundreds more only because we decided their existence pleased us. The ZYX collective buzzed nervously. You mentioned our lack of natural weapons, Jessica continued. We didn't need natural weapons. We invented every weapon you can imagine. Blades, firearms, explosives, chemical agents, biological warfare, nuclear fission. And when those weren't enough, we invented weapons that could obliterate entire planets. She pulled up another hologram, images of human warfare throughout history. We are a species that wages war against itself. Constantly. Brutally. We've spent 10,000 years perfecting the art of killing our own kind. Do you understand what that means? Every strategy, every tactic, every weapon we've ever developed, we tested it on ourselves first. The Krothix commander's crystalline armor had lost its earlier luster. We don't have hive minds, so we learned perfect communication. We don't have scales that change color, so we invented languages complex enough to convey abstract concepts across generations. We don't have natural armor, so we built ships that can withstand temperatures that would vaporize most species in this room. Jessica returned to the center of the chamber. She stood perfectly still, and somehow that stillness was more terrifying than any threat. You asked what Earth's apex predator is. She raised her hand and pointed at herself. I am. Every human is. We are persistence hunters. Tool makers. Pattern recognizers. We dominated our planet not through strength, but through relentless, patient, creative problem solving. We are the species that looked at the impossible and decided it was merely inconvenient. The silence stretched for a long moment. Finally, the Krothix commander spoke, his voice subdued. Your application to the Galactic Defense Initiative is approved. Welcome, Ambassador Morrison. Jessica nodded once. We look forward to the partnership. As she turned to leave, she heard the Velthan diplomat whisper to his neighbor, remind me never to make an enemy of humanity. Jessica smiled to herself. Too late. They'd already seen what humans were capable of. And now, the galaxy would learn what it meant when Earth's apex predators decided to reach for the stars.